So, and then, in any way, shape, or form, would you could you ever conceive or imagine that I would ever harm any child in the world?
Absolutely not.
What would you want to say to a person who separated me from my daughter and didn't even let me talk to her?
I would, well, any parent separating someone from the other parent, I would definitely say to them first off that that's definitely wrong without, exemplary type standards that you set that they've crossed lines, then definitely. But any parent that's going to take an able and willing parent away from a situation is definitely not a good look. On your side of things, definitely, you're one of those parents who are there to help out. So for anyone to tell you or any other willing and able parent that they shouldn't be there is just is disgraceful. There's nothing less.
Right on. And then, like on my personal habits, did you ever really see me like drinking a lot of alcohol or taking any, dangerous drugs or anything like that?
Absolutely not. I mean, we went out and we had a couple of beers and whatnot. We're 20-something guys, you know what I mean? We're 20-year-old guys. We're going to do that. But not in any of any type of abuse with any substances or anything like that. Absolutely not.
And then, could you ever imagine in your wildest dreams that I would badmouth one of Haley's family members directly to Haley?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, you're a good person at the bottom line of things. I mean, you can say what you want in confidence to friends and whatnot, but you know at the end of the day that saying something to a child isn't going to help the situation anyhow other than making the situation worse for you. You know what I mean?
Totally.
No.
Hey, but I wouldn't do that just because it would bother my kid. I don't want to bother my kid.
That's what I'm saying. At the bottom line, it hurts. It helps nothing. It just hurts the kid. That's the end of that.
Yeah. Cool, man. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to everybody and just get a whole bunch of witnesses. You know what I mean? That's like, just kill this shit, because, the lady just basically said I've never. This is what she said in the cutoff letter to me too. Is that I have never provided for Haley. And I never have contributed positively to her life. So what do you think about that?
That's fine. That's crazy. That is. Why would she say that?
I mean, is that any way, shape, or form an accurate statement that I do not preach?
Absolutely. Why would somebody say that? Why would she say, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand how a single woman, when you have a willing and able body to help contribute to the raising of a child, why that person pushes so hard. It really behooves me, because my thing is I'm in a similar situation, and I don't understand how someone offers their help. It's a burden. It's a very hard job to be a parent. It's not easy to do it alone. Quadruples the effect. If someone, especially their biological other half, is there to assist that hurt of, constant monitoring, constant monetary support, that is a lot on a human being. And what is the point of just all in all separating for some type of emotional or personal gain to get back at another person? It makes no sense to me. None.
All right, cool, man. My very last thing for this movie, and then I wanted to ask you more, just catch up with you like friend to friend, right? My very last thing for this movie is this. Can you tell, this movie's going to be something Haley's going to watch in 8 years. So I never would badmouth any situation to her now, but I'm definitely not wanting to face her and have her asking me questions and stutter and da-da-da-da and be nervous. I'm just going to hand her this flick, and I'm going to have 200 people saying exactly what's going down here,
Right.
And then she's going to know the truth. There's not going to be questions in her mind. Well, is my dad lying to me? Who's lying to me? Who's telling the lies here? It's just going to be cut and dry. Haley, this is what happened. So, but not as far as me or Haley or whatever, will you tell her what you saw her dad pull off while her dad was there in Philly?
I saw progression, man. Like, it takes a lot to deal with a system like this because it doesn't cater for a man at all. So for a guy like your dad to go constantly back and forth with the system and then not only have to deal with that, but have to do that from city to city because they didn't live in the same city. So for your dad to have the resilience to constantly go back and forth with the court system that he knew at the end of the day wouldn't justify him, says a lot by itself. But your dad put his back into that. I mean, he was in school at the time, starting some realty work at the time when he first got here, but his main concern was always getting you. You know what I mean? Like I said, we've taken trips all the way down there just to meet you and pick you up just so we can spend a week with you. So he can spend a week with you, excuse me. But the time here, it was about grinding, and most of that grind here was about you.
And did I do a good job in Philly as far as just working for just being a working man?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you gave a lot of people in this neighborhood and where I grew up, we had no real outages or real views on the type of things that were happening in the community as far as properties and management and things like that. And just by you being interested in stuff like that, you gave us a chance to start up some stuff and get a hold of some properties as I did. You know what I mean? So definitely.